Hi everybody, this is Gayle. Welcome to my live stream tonight. Yay! I can't believe it is almost Christmas and par for the course for me, yours truly. I am running like so behind. Like I still have to finish putting the decorations stuff on the tree that we started last week. So I will get that done, and one of these days I'll do a live stream to show you the tree and the decorations in the other room. But that's going to be a while because not only, you guys are going to love this because like not only am I running late with decorating the tree, but the decorations that I put on, I have a dog now. And where my previous dog did not bother the decorations at all, this one thinks that the balls on the tree are to play with. So I put him up, he takes him down. So we got to figure something out. But anyway, we will. So because I'm running late with everything, and because it's the holiday season, I thought it would just be fun to do some baking while we're all together. So a baking it shall be, a baking it shall be. There's Justin. Hey, how are you, Justin? Good to see you. Y'all, Justin, as you can tell from his name, does some music and some vlogs, and he does Music Mondays. Go check him out. Really nice guy. So, Justin, thank you for coming in. Now, if you all have not subscribed to the channel yet, I want to invite you to do so. I don't usually do cooking, though. Usually I do travel and live streams and kind of a lifestyle, life as you live it kind of thing. So check out the other videos that I have, okay? But today we're doing some cooking because I need to do some gifts for tomorrow. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some scones. This is not an official English way, so if you're English and you see this later, please, please, please forgive me. But I'm going to be making some white chocolate scones with cranberries. So white chocolate cranberry. To get started with this, I cheat. This is my cheat sheet, okay? So just so you all know, I follow the basic instructions on the back of the box for the ratio of all those ingredients as far as the original baking and baking biscuit and the milk. So I start from there. Then after that, I start doctoring it up. So what I do is I look at the chat and I see who all's in here. Oh, nice, another bunny ears. Yep, except these are snow people. And Justin says he's doing really well today, so that's awesome. All right, so I'm going to ask my camera assistant to tip the camera down. And we're going to go ahead and start whipping up these scones. So, and I have my chairs decorated too. So, okay. Thank you, camera assistant.
You're welcome.
AKA hubby. So, all right. I've already got the biscuit in here. So to the biscuit, I am adding 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm adding the milk that it called for, and I've already added the vanilla into this. I've added 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla or thereabouts. I sort of forget to measure, but 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon, something like that. So then I am adding 1/3 cup of white chocolate chips. And 1/3 cup of dried cranberries. Yay! So we got that all added, and I'm going to be mixing it up. And we all have our favorite utensils for mixing things up. I like using a long-handled kitchen spoon for tea. My husband sometimes laughs at me because he doesn't think that this is a teaspoon. It's a long-handled teaspoon. So why would you cook with a long-handled teaspoon? That's what he thinks. But my answer is because it works. All right, so this dough is just a little bit sticky. I'm going to add a little bit of Bisquick to it, just so it's not as sticky. I'm just going to sprinkle it on here just a little at a time. You don't want to overboard it too much. And sometimes people get kind of put off by making scones because they don't want to stand there and form triangles. But I'm going to show you the trick that I always use, and it works out. But first, I'm going to put another little bit of Bisquick there. Stir it all together. I really hope y'all are going to have a good Christmas season. Okay, so let me get my board. I have a cookie board. My camera assistant made it for me.
You want to move it? Or you?
I got it. So, I wanted a cookie board because I also use it for biscuits and everything else. Actually, could you hold that just a second?
Sure. Can I eat it?
No.
Oh.
It's raw dough. You eat it, you die, and you don't have life insurance, so you can't eat it.
Oh, okay.
So, sprinkle just a little bit of Bisquick on the board. Who all do we have in the chat now? Hubby, can you take a peek?
Let me see. Peter Parker.
And what are
Justin,
some of the comments?
I'm not sure I can read them.
You have to
Time
get
for
your
new
phone.
glasses. Yeah, let me get my phone.
Okay, give him just a second here.
Make sure I'm not on Wi-Fi.
All right. He's going to check and see who all's in here and what some of your comments are. And I am not the best baker in the world, but I'm not the worst either. So, all I do is do that a couple of times.
Peter Parker says, yes, he's having a good Easter.
Oh, good. I am so glad your Easter is going well.
And Women's Station Channel said, love your cutting board.
Thank you. I only use this for pastries, cookies, scones, things like that, baking. All right. So I try to keep this in a long log. You'll see why in just a minute. And try to keep it even. And I've already messed it up, so bear with me. That's because I realize as I'm rolling this, then I need to put a little more Bisquick on the board.
Oh, Valerie's in the house. Hey, Valerie.
Hi, Val. Now, if you've ever done biscuits, then you know exactly how to do this. It's simple. And it freezes well. So there you go. But the Italian part of me I can't do Christmas without doing a lot of baking. I just can't. If you guys have ever heard of cookie tables, then you know why. All right. So I have this in a nice long rectangle. Here is the easy part, but people get really kind of worked up about this. All you have to do these in triangles is cut them while it's on the board. Voila, a triangle. Now that's not too hard.
Oh, Beverly's here too.
Hi, Beverly. So just cut them all. They're on the board. Cut them in triangle. If you don't have one of these pastry cutters, don't panic. Just use a knife. Baking should be fun. It should not be complicated too much. And it should not worry you. If you are stressed out when you are baking, then go to the store and buy cookies. Okay. So that's all I'm doing here. And I've used, like I said, I've used the biscuit recipe from Bisquick, which makes things even easier.
Oh, Tanya's in as well.
And then all I do is, like I said, I doctored it up. And if you guys want to, I can post the recipes for some of this over in the group. Now, these are not all the same size. Normally, they would be much closer to the same size, but I'm talking and doing this. And it's kind of like walking and chewing gum. I don't do that too well either.
Oh, Tanya won't be able to stay long. She's not feeling well.
Yeah, she said she had the flu. I was just fixing to comment on that.
Oh, bless her heart. Tanya, I hope you get to feeling better.
And some wonderfully smart person somewhere along the way came up with this wonderful idea to line these baking sheets with parchment. So I have already lined them. And I would encourage you to use them because it just makes life so much easier. And on the next run of baking that I do, what I'll do with the parchment sheets is I'll just flip them over and use the other side. And just like when you're making biscuits at home, don't overwork your dough. Don't stand there and continually work it. Because remember, this is based on a biscuit recipe. So the more that you work the dough, the harder your biscuits are going to be, and the less likely they are to rise well. So if you ever have a problem and you're doing homemade biscuits and they're not rising, chances are you've overworked your dough, or it can be that your powder, baking powder, is old. That matters too. Yes.
Oh, Allie's in, and she said she's asking if you're making scones, and yes, you are.
Hi, Stellar. Yes, I am. I'm starting out with scones. I'm starting out with the white chocolate cranberry scones. And here we go, another last little triangle. A couple of these aren't quite looking like triangles. Again, that's because I'm talking.
They'll taste good.
I think so. All right, so here's the next tray. We're going to slide these into the preheated oven. The oven is preheated to 450 degrees. And we're going to go ahead and slide, 425 degrees. And we're going to go ahead and slide those in.
You may do that since your hands are icky?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, double check that oven temperature. I may not have it set right. Hang on just a second.
No.
Okay.
It's, we're taking it 425, you said?
Yes.
Okay, it'll be just a minute.
Okay. So have I got it set for the butter cookies?
Yeah, evidently.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and make the butter cookies.
Okay, I just turned the dial. What was it? What were the butter cookies?
375.
All
So I'm going to go ahead and do those right quick, and we're going to bake them. So let me come over here to my mixer.
And I will come back and adjust the camera. All right.
Since I'm starting another batch of cookies, I'm washing my hands because I always want to do that in between making the cookies. That way you don't have the flavorings mixed between the two. And instead of using the same utensils and things over again, I'll use a different utensil with the exception of the pastry cutter, which I will wash off while I'm standing here at the sink. I'll need the pastry cutter to cut the dough and flip it and all that stuff. So this recipe that I'm doing is the Land of the Lakes butter cookies. And I really like this recipe because it tastes good and it's very user-friendly. It's very forgiving. So if you are a baker that's just starting out, then that one is a good one to start with. If you could hand me another paper towel, please.
Sure. And Peter says he's sad, so we'll ask why.
Uh-oh. Peter, why are you sad? You can't be sad. It's almost Easter, right?
Yep.
No, Peter was joking. It's really not Easter. It's really Christmas, but he was joking about that earlier. So I'm also wiping off my board. And to keep things, from kind of contaminating each other, what I'll do is I'm wiping this off and then I'll flip it over when I do the next cookies. If you don't, sometimes you're okay, but if you don't, you run the risk of your butter cookies tasting like the white chocolate cranberry that you just did, or if you're doing like, let's say, white chocolate peppermint, the peppermint is really strongly flavored. So you want to make sure that you clean everything in between if you're going to do that. So, right there. So this one is a cup of butter, 1 egg, 1/3 of a cup of milk, 3 cups of flour, and that's really about it other than baking powder. If you're going to make this and you don't have baking powder, don't worry about it. You can switch over to self-rising. You may notice a little difference in texture of the cookies, but probably whoever you give them to probably won't. So let me move this too. All right, so I've already put the sugar in my stand mixer. And stand mixers are just like one of the wonderful things in the world. I use a KitchenAid. My butter is over here. It has been sitting out on room temperature for a while, but it's not as soft as it needs to be. If I can pick it up and do that, then it's not soft. So I'm going to zap it in the microwave. It's one of the very rare times that I use the microwave. You are not melting this. Don't make that mistake. You're not melting it. All you're doing it is making soft because you're going to be creaming it in with the sugar. If you melt it, it can be so hot when you put it in the sugar that your sugar actually makes little crystals. And that means you'll have crunchy spots in your cookies. And like nobody wants that, right? So, all right. Let me make sure. Yeah. So there we go. Yes.
Peter got us. He said He's sad because he wants to taste one of the scones. I was all worried.
I'm sorry. You'll have to make some and tell me how you like them. I'm glad it's not anything bad. So, okay, we're going to let this run for a minute just to cream everything together. You've got to scrape the bowl off regularly to make sure that it gets smooth, there's no lumps, everything's getting incorporated. And you want it creamed pretty well. So I'm going to knock that on up to medium. Okay. So it's creamed really well. Let me show you here, if you can see it. So it's not runny where it's really running off the mixer. It's clinging. So that's what you want. All right. Now to add in the flour just a little at a time. You can do it by teaspoons. That's what I'm using my other long handled teaspoon here. Stellar Piper can tell you, I really can't cook without this long handled teaspoon. It just makes life easier. Now I've got about half of it in here. So what I'm going to do now is add the milk and vanilla, and I'm going to add the egg. I like beating it a little bit before you put it in. Some people don't. It's just do what feels right. Again, baking should be fun. And while that is all mixing, I'm going to go ahead and put in the rest of the flour.
Oh, Busy Lady's here.
Yay! Hi, Busy. Okay, and you've heard the mixer start to make a noise, and that tells you that your cookie dough is basically done. So we're just going to check it. It has been raining, so I may need to add some more flour to this. Let me see. Because yes, rainy days make a difference. If anybody's ever tried to make sourdough on a day that it's rained, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is not supposed to be a super dry or super wet dough, but it needs to be workable. And let me show you what I mean. I'm going to have to put just a little more flour in here, but I'll show you kind of what we've got. Do you see this? How it doesn't really cling to the spoon? It wants to run off. That means I need to add just a touch more flour. So let me get that out. I'll need another long-handled spoon, so give me just a second. Okay.
Busy said thank you for the card and ornament.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you like that. So, hubby, do you want to go ahead and flip this over for me?
Sure.
Oh, another thing too, about the dough, watch your elevation. Because you'll sometimes see on packages a higher elevation recipe. Pay attention to that if you're in a higher elevation. I made some of the worst ricotta cookies that I have ever made in my entire life when I was out in New Mexico. And I was like, what is going on here? The problem was I didn't think about the altitude. So I'll tell you, the flavor of the cookies, that was really good. You know, they had a really good flavor. The flavor was the same almost as always, but they were flat. Like they could have been ricotta pancakes. I'm just saying. So that was bad. So watch your elevation. If you're on a higher elevation and a recipe says add more liquid or subtract it, follow that. I don't care if you've made the recipe 1,000 times. All right, so let me show you this dough. And you see how the dough is not coming off now? That's what you want. So I'm going to ask Mr. Camera Operator person here to get ready to work the camera.
Oh, get ready to. Okay, sorry, already did it.
Okay, well, if you did it, that's fine.
I'm trying not to make everybody seasick. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I've never done a baking video like this before.
Yep.
So bear with me. Now on this, you're going to need extra flour.
Granny's here. She's arrived to chew gum or get Bodacious, and she's all out of gum. So.
Oh, she's going to be Bodacious. Yay! Y'all, that means you're not going to let life get in the way of living. And Granny doesn't. So good for Granny. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half of this dough and roll it out and cut it because I don't have room on my board to do the whole batch. So about half at a time. And if you will get me the cookie cutters.
Yeah.
They're right behind you.
Are they? Oh, good.
Yes, they're right behind you.
I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening. Here we go.
He really does. He's just kidding. He's seen me make cookies a million times. How about stars? Stars sound good to you all? We'll just do stars.
Sounds good.
So roll this out to about 1/4. Whoa. I have this on my computer instead of using a tripod because I felt like the tripod, the camera on it, would be a little more wobbly. So I'm sorry if it's not working out, folks. I tried. So, all right. You want this to be about 1/4 of an inch. We'll go ahead and grab the cookie sheet here. It's lined with the wonderful parchment. I'll go ahead and put a spoonful of flour right over here away from the cookie dough because you want to make sure all of your utensils have flour so that way it won't stick as much to the cookie dough. And I like to give it just a little twist when I do it because that makes the cookies and all much easier to come out. So there you go. And we're just going to cook these until they're lightly golden brown. Now this is kind of a shortbread butter cookie recipe. And I don't put icing on them as a general rule. And the reason I don't is because I think it takes away from the flavor of the cookie. but you certainly can put it on there. I'm not saying for you not to. I just think it makes a difference in the flavor. What kind of cookies do you all usually make? Either type of cookies or shapes. You can drop that in the comment section.
Oh, and Valerie's saying that she did her check presentation today, and the video will be edited and out on her channel in the next few days.
Yay!
And one station saying her board's spitting out splinters, so that's always a pain.
Oh, oil it.
Yeah, I actually just put that in the comments. That's what we.
Butcher block oil.
Our tongue, T-U-N-G, tongue oil.
That was going to be the next thing I was going to say.
Aren't you clever?
Not really clever. I just do a lot of DIY.
Valerie says she doesn't usually make cookies. She makes fudge. Fudge is also
fudge
good.
Is good.
Yeah, we will not hear anything bad about fudge. Fudge is good. And Granny's commenting on your marble rolling pin. How long have we had that thing? It's been
my gosh,
years.
Okay, there's a story behind this rolling pin. And I don't know if hubby wants me to say it or not.
That's okay. We'll just say it's a story.
We got a wonderful, wonderful wedding gift of a marble rolling pin. And now let me kind of back up here. On this dough, you can work it more than what we did with the scones, okay? But on the rolling pin, we got this wonderful, wonderful wedding present. I had asked for it. I loved it. I just think it's phenomenal. So I think hubby was doing dishes or something, and he dropped my marble rolling pin. Now, marble can break. It's hard. It normally takes some work to break a marble rolling pin. So the following payday, hubby found himself at the mall just about when it opened to get me another rolling pin.
Learn from my fail.
Which I thought was terribly nice. And it got him out of the doghouse. And hubby needs to stay out of the doghouse.
Yes, he does. Yes, I do.
All hubbies do, but we got a story behind that too. I won't tell that one though.
Okay, good.
But that one's on my blog. Okay, if you'll make this one go away,
okay,
I'll use that bottom sheet in just a minute.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. There we go. Can I put it on the stove or will that make it too hot?
Yes, it'll make it too hot.
Okay, I'll put it on.
Don't put it on the stove.
Okay, doke.
So, Go ahead.
I was going to say Valerie is. She said it's a bamboo board, and she's about to get on her last nerve. She uses her tablespoon cookie scoop. Those are cool too. And Allie says that she usually does peanut butter, chocolate chip, or thumbprint cookies.
Yay!
All of those are good.
I made thumbprint cookies Thursday, I think it was. What kind of jam do you put in yours? I used plum.
And it was tasty. And Granny's saying that, talking about butter cookies, what's not to love? It's butter, it's cookies. Those are a few of our favorite things.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
So we joke about this being in my blood. When Stellar Piper was young, we used to make like tons of cookies. So I'm glad to know, Stellar, that you are still making cookies. Wait a minute. If you're making cookies, why did I feel obligated to sign up to bring some to your house for Christmas? Did I know you were doing cookies? The things we find out when we're live streaming, we learn so, whoops, I just mashed that one all to heck. The things we learn on YouTube, right?
Oh, Allie says, we're talking about the cookies. She says, whatever I've got on hand, but they work really well with apple butter. I guess thumbprint cookies. Really well with apple butter, and an extra pinch of cinnamon in the dough.
Okay.
Okay, I want some. Allie, I want some. That'll be good. Love apple butter.
I'm going to make this a little bit thinner.
Excuse me.
I made plum Thursday. Hubby over here said they were plum good. Really,
Okay.
That's like legit.
We dads have to keep our dad joke skills up. But yes, they were very tasty.
Yeah, but now that you're a granddad, shouldn't you do better jokes?
No, granddad jokes are twice as bad as his dad jokes.
All right, I'm going to ask our YouTube audience there to chime in on that one. Granny Monster will have something wise and sophisticated to say, I'm sure. So you really think granddad jokes are worse?
Oh, yes.
You know, they make a book that says like 101 dad jokes or something like that. It didn't say 101 grandpa jokes.
We don't need a book. It's in our blood.
You know, it might be.
Bad jokes are just in our
You've
blood.
come up with some terrible ones through the years.
Well, thank you.
I thought you just worked hard to make them that bad. Now I know. Okay, will you make this cookie sheet go away and bring me another one?
Okay.
And y'all, if you have a Walmart nearby, Walmart had some inexpensive cookie sheets on sale for $1.88. They're not super heavy, but for $1.88, I couldn't pass it up. And neither could anybody else, apparently, because I went back to get some more, and they were sold out. But it was an online special, and like I very rarely order from Walmart online. Very, very rarely. And this was a pickup, too.
Woman Station said that her cutting board is getting so bad that she's just going to have to replace it. Yeah, it's hard to know because I hate throwing stuff away, but sometimes you gotta.
I don't know if Lowe's was glad to see me coming or leaving on this cutting board. Like I was going through every board in the place. It was like, yes, I want that one. No, I don't. Keep digging deeper. No, I want one that's thicker. And hubby was just over there going, all right already, all right already. Boy.
Whatever you want, dear.
That's not what you said at Lowe's.
Yeah. Anyway.
Actually, I recall you saying the dog's got to go out and you'll meet me back in the wood section again.
Oh, but Steve made Valerie's cutting board. That's nice.
Good for Steve.
Yeah, this is much more a utilitarian kind of thing. I'd like to learn how to make real pretty cutting boards, but that's a project for another time.
Do you want to put those cookies in the oven?
I can, yeah. Alrighty.
I need to set a timer for 8 minutes, and if I yell at Google to do it, everybody's phone is going to be going off.
Oh, that'd be funny.
No, it wouldn't be funny. They get mad at me.
Okay.
Stellar Piper specifically, she was like, don't do that again.
Okay.
I actually, when I was a pastor, was preaching, and I was talking about the conveniences that we take for granted and how we didn't used to have them. And I said, one of the conveniences is, now you all know, we can all just yell at our phones and say, okay, you know what? And I said, we can say like, set timer for 5 minutes or what have you. And sure enough, after about 5 minutes, half of the phones in the place were going off.
No.
Anybody who didn't have an iPhone.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't done that on a YouTube thing as a prank, that just put it in the middle of their program and mess up everybody's voice activated artificial intelligence.
That's not nice.
That's not nice, but it'd be funny.
It wouldn't be funny. Everybody would be mad. Especially Stellar Piper, who said, don't do that again. But Stellar Piper was not at my worship service when I did that, I don't think.
Oh, Granny says if you want the true secret Granny cookie recipe, it starts with a trip to the Dollar Tree.
There you go. I tell you, those cookie mixes are really good.
Oh, wow. Women's Station Channel made some cookies with coconut flour and almond flour. Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, how are they?
She said it gives me a lot of energy. But that's really good.
Do they taste like coconut, though?
That sounds very impressive.
Okay. I'm going to need another cookie sheet.
Do you need another little one or another? You want to use the big one cookie sheet?
I'll have to use a big cookie sheet.
Oh, hang on, let me see. Okay, yep.
I told you.
Big cookie sheet it is. All right. 1 second.
Unless I have one in the dishwasher.
No.
So there you go. That's why I wanted to go back and get more cookie sheets.
World's biggest cookie sheet for the world's littlest batch of
Actually,
cookies.
this is not the world's littlest batch of cookies. But if I cut them that size, it would be.
Yeah.
That would be the world's smallest.
Yep.
And you all have my last New Mexico video coming out next week. I know you're like, thank goodness. It's actually the day I came back. But all it is me saying, yay, I'm back. Nothing really eventful happened, and I tried to hurry back, so I didn't vlog. But I am including some photos that I took back then of the baby.
Granny has now renamed your cookie sheet. It's now the Bodaciously Big Cookie Sheet. I really like that.
There you go. Yes.
Big or go home. I like it.
Yes, yes, yes.
And Granny Monster said she's also used both those special flours, and they're good, but they're way kind of heavy. And I was wondering if bumping up the baking powder or soda would balance that out. Can you, yeah, the extra floof powder. Oh, I love it. I think that's funny. That's what Granny said. Can you taste the difference in the cookies when you get done, guys?
Okay. Can you make that go away too?
Sure. Okay.
So I'm just going to scrape this off.
Let's see if I Do these cookies spread?
Probably.
Oh.
That's why I very carefully spaced them.
I wonder if I can put them up here. All our folks are just looking at the cutting board.
Here, I'm moving the cutting board. I'm putting the cutting board over the sink like I usually do.
Okay.
And you can now use this as though it was a table.
Okay. Well,
For the moment.
let me bring our friends along for the ride.
Back on.
Here we go, guys. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Try not to make anybody seasick. Sorry. Okay, I think that'll work, hopefully.
There we go.
As I block the entire view. Okay, good.
And you'll be happy to know, Valerie, look at the hot pad that I'm using. Da-da-da-da.
You think I can put these cookies on the top of that sheet, or will that?
No, those you can fit on the top. Just have to do it in reverse.
Yeah.
So, all right, use. Okay. So, yeah, since it's Christmas, I just put my iced tea in a stemmed glass. Why not? So, yay. All right, so let me get over here to the chat for the next however many minutes.
Oh, nothing to see here. Move along.
I thought about doing that, Valerie. I did. I just didn't get my dies out. Let's see. You can taste the coconut flour in the cookie recipe that I used. Okay. He is. I don't let him in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Let's see. You want to come around here?
Sure. I was looking for the sheets. We may not need them.
So, okay, we're done. Yeah, I don't let the dog in here while I'm cooking, especially when I'm baking and I'm cooking for other people. I just feel like that's better.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like it though. He doesn't like it one little bit. But that's it's just too bad for him.
Yep.
But so yes, he's in his kennel.
We need some eggnog. Yes, we need some eggnog.
Oh, we do. We do. Granny Monster said, "Me too. WSC and liniment. LOL. When I've been too energetic." I understand that. Did you get the hot pad?
Yeah. I didn't want to yell across the kitchen out those special words. Okay, Google cancel.
Okay, these are going to need one more minute.
Okay. Let me put it on my phone. Okay.
We do have a timer. You keep reminding me of that all the time.
Well, our timer's not. It's not making noise. I don't know what the deal is.
So,
1 more minute. Well, probably
30
seconds now. But that's all right. We'll figure it out.
just 1 more minute. It'll be fine. We'll check it. The recipe says 8 to 10, so we may need even a couple more minutes. So anyway, Val says we need some eggnog, and we do, but we don't. Let's see. Busy says, what did she miss? Not much. And that's what Stellar says too. Says busy, not much. And then she says she's been voluntold to make a double batch of thumbprint cookies, but not much otherwise. Yeah, because we're going to her place for well, not Christmas Day, but Christmas the day after.
Is that Boxing Day?
I
think that's Boxing Day.
I think so. Somebody can Bing it or Google it, whichever you use, and find out when Boxing Day is. I think it might be. Do y'all know what Boxing Day is? It's this Christmas tradition where worker bees would get to open their boxes from their employers. They would be too busy on Christmas Day for their employers to give them their boxes because they were working, and so they got them and got to do it. I think it's the day after. Stella says that her Fitbit has a countdown timer setting, and she uses it more for cooking than pretty much anything else. Okay. And I didn't think about that, but I think this watch does that too. I'll look later. Granny has a toaster oven and have baked cookies, but truly keep an eye on them. I bought a very large toaster oven one time because we were having problems with our regular oven, and that nice clear window on it kind of spoiled me for a while. Oh yeah, Stellar's suggesting that Busy could make butterscotch haystacks. Those are so easy. Oh, okay, and Granny says the Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, so that's the day we'll see Stellar Piper. We're going to go down Christmas night, but she lives several hours away, and by the time we leave to get to her house, it's going to be kind of late. So the next day, we're going to call it. Not sure I have those ingredients. Aw. Stellar says, Busy, that's why God gave us grocery stores. Good point, good point.
Okay, brown on the edges. Is that good? Oh.
One more minute. One more minute.
Okay.
And then we know to put the others in
This is a total of 3 extras.
For 12 minutes then. And your baking temperature, okay, the length of time that it takes for your cookies to bake will vary based on your oven and based on your house temperature. I've seen it affect that. And just to clarify, most of you probably don't know that, like, I used to bake a lot, and I have done everything from small birthday cakes on up to huge wedding cakes. So that's how I know that some of the things that can affect your cookies. I even did one birthday cake. We were on the road on the way to the birthday party, and I've got my bag of cake icing decorating this birthday cake. And I swore I would never do anything like that again. That if my kids waited till the last minute, they were not getting a cake. And so that lasted until Stellar's wedding. And the morning of Stellar's wedding, I found myself decorating a cake. So, okay, Stellar says, oh, well, skip the eggnog and not the dough. Who needs baked cookies?
All right, let's check these out.
Okay, those look done.
Okay,
can you all see?
I don't want to slide them off the tray.
There we go. On these, the edges are just starting to brown. I'll put a photo over in the group if y'all are in the group. But when you touch them, whereas earlier my finger was dipping in as though they were thumbprint cookies, this is nice and firm. So
now this baking sheet's heavier. Will that change the time?
That one probably won't, more than about. We'll go ahead and take a minute off and then.
Minute off, okay.
Do that.
So maybe like 11 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
Can you please get the other cookie sheet and put it over here where it's cooler?
Yes.
Yeah, don't put the cookies on the oven to cool.
Okay, well.
When you leave the cookies on the hot oven to cool, it just doesn't work. So basically for most cookies, what you want to do is you want to cool them on the tray for about 5 minutes. And if you're going to do icing, before you ice them, make sure that they are cooled absolutely completely. The temptation sometimes is to ice them and just when they're just a smidge warm, and you don't want to do that because your icing will just run off the cookie or it will never set up. So don't be tempted to rush them. You can put them in the refrigerator and cool them that way. But the problem with that is you've got a hot cookie that's hot in the middle and you're trying to cool it off. So when you put it in the refrigerator, the outside, the crust forms and cools much faster than in the middle of the cookie. So that can leave the center of your cookie kind of gooey. So I don't recommend that. Just give it time. Or if you're doing it and you've got to be out the door in 20 minutes for a meeting or whatever, just take the cookies when they're a little bit warm. Much better than trying to ice a warm cookie because you end up with a gooey mess and you don't want to do that.
Sometimes a gooey mess is so delicious.
John,
I mean, runny icing and gooey middle.
John.
Fine.
No. We've had this discussion multiple times. Multiple times. Absolutely. And so, no. Let's see. Going back to the chat. Busy says they look great. So, yay!
Yay!
Justin says, yummy cookies. And Granny says, so those look like a tray full of yes, please, and may I have another?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's hard to stop it. I'll confess. It's
And
hard.
Stellar agrees and says, oh, he's not wrong. No.
Thank you.
Not
Yes.
on butter cookies. If you're going to do like a 7-layer bar, that's different. But
We can do
not
those.
on like butter cookies or anything like that. So, yeah, you like the 7-layer cookies.
Oh, I
quite a bit,
love the similar.
but I don't ever do them. You know what? You need dealy bobbers.
No, I don't need dealy bobbers. No, my dealies are bobbed. I'm
I've
good.
got a set in there.
No,
the ones that I wore last week. They're
No.
the reindeer antlers, actually.
Oh wow, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm fine, thank you.
Are you
Really,
sure?
I'm perfectly
He
wonderful.
didn't like those last week either. And I was the one wearing them. And the dog was much less impressed. He was like, I put those on the dog, and he was like, not having anything to do with it. So he was nice. He just kept wobbling his head until finally they fell off. And then he just looked at him, and he looked at me, and he just turned around and went right back.
The dog was not impressed. That was funny.
He just went right back into his little kennel. So Granny says, am I in the doghouse too if I'm Team John on the gooey cookie?
Yeah, Granny! Woo-hoo!
No, don't worry. He gets the doghouse by himself. You all can sleep on the couch.
Oh wow.
Now,
Thanks.
chocolate chips, that's a different thing. Yeah, we can talk about some gooey chocolate chip cookies. But not butter cookies, not sugar cookies. You want those a little firmer. So,
They're good either way. How's that?
of course, butterscotch is good too.
Oh yes, butterscotch is wonderful.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's good. And y'all, I couldn't have plain tea. I had to have spiced tea. And Beverly got me this wonderful Advent tea set. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you should show that. That thing
The
is
tea
cool.
bags.
That thing is very cool.
So it's for Advent. And so you open up, you can see where I've opened a bunch of these, but you open each one each night. And this has been like, I've been so stressed out, and this has been great to just know I had something really cool, because these tea flavors, oh my gosh. And like, I haven't opened tonight's
I'm
yet.
gonna say, what's tonight? Today's the 10th. What's tonight's?
It's the one I haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
I had raspberry chocolate ganache the other day. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, so today is Earl Grey. I forgot.
Captain Picard would
I
approve.
had cherry something, Cherry Jubilee or something last night. But these are so cute. And I'm a tea fanatic. So I don't know if you all can see that, but it's got a tea leaf where a string would be. It smells so good. I absolutely love this. And so the boxes are shaped in pyramids, and the tea is shaped in a pyramid.
That is so cool. That's just a neat, fun thing. I like it.
And it's just been wonderful to relax by, and I'm really enjoying this. And I've never had chocolate in my tea before until the other night with the raspberry chocolate ganache. And let me tell you, that was delicious. Absolutely delicious. So I used it for a dessert tea.
You can smell the bergamot.
I don't know what they called it, but it
the
was
Earl Grey
delicious.
smell. Mm-hmm.
Oh, on this. I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about the, okay.
Oh yeah, you can smell the raspberry ganache that night, but tonight smells really good too.
He didn't like the cherry, the one though, the smell of the cherry, because he just does not like cherries. But I did. I thought it was great. So let's see.
Both need more new glasses. Both leaning
Still, my eyes keep changing. Thank you, COVID. Anyway, Granny says, that is so cool and love those shape bags. Makes proven by science the best cup of tea.
Cool.
I agree. I agree. Ooh, Valerie had toasted coconut too the other day.
Interesting.
You would like that.
Yeah, I would like
You're
that.
a coconut guy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay. Beverly says she's glad that she had those at Allie's bridal shower. Aw.
Okay. Good memories.
Well, we didn't get to go to that one. We had the ones down here.
Oh, I thought that's what we're talking about. Sorry.
No.
I'm a guy. I don't. Never mind. I'll go check the cookies.
You do that.
Yeah.
Do that. How much time is left?
3 minutes and some change.
Okay.
Oh yeah, looking good.
So these cookies are now cool enough to go ahead and put on the cooling racks. So I'll get those.
Yeah, I'll get them.
Okay, he'll get those. And then they can finish. It's just you want to partially cool because a lot of times they lose their shape if you take them off too soon.
You need a cookie spatula soon.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get that.
Let me get this. I'll get
We
it.
got it. Okay. We think we're going to get it.
We are. I'm just going to get my hands to work.
We need to change our filming location, or are you going to go over here? Or come over here?
I'm coming over here. Actually, let's put this on a napkin because they'll be able to see the golden color.
But what? Oh, okay.
So hand me a napkin.
Paper towel?
Yes, you can get me a redneck napkin called paper towel. That's fine. Do you all ever use the redneck napkins? We joke about that at our house. Okay, thank you. Just show them the edges there.
Oh, okay. See?
If they get any darker than that, then you're really on your way to having them get overdone.
Okay, sorry guys. I knew this newfangled tech stuff here. Okay, yeah, nice. Nicely browned. Can I eat it?
No.
Oh man.
Yes, you can eat it.
Okay. I'm gonna eat.
Here, don't eat that one. Eat this one.
Oh, okay.
The shape is off a little more on that one.
Ah, okay. Eating the rejects is part of the fun. Oh, tender.
At least we didn't make bird cookies this year.
That's true.
Bird cookies are burnt cookies.
That's good. A nice, what do they call this? A nice short
The shortbread.
shortbread cookie. Better.
the Land O'Lakes recipe there.
Here, try a bite.
I will. Give me just a second.
Okay. You're good. Alex says the citrus mint tea is really good. That she and Hubs are enjoying theirs too. And Valerie's saying she wants a cookie now. This isn't helpful, but yeah, you should have one of these. They're really good.
I'll bring some.
And Busy Ladies, she's bet they smell good. They do. All right. I'll get them.
The whole house smells like cookies.
Yeah, talk to her, I guess. I'll get the cookies.
All right. And then turn up the oven.
Mhm.
Okay. Yay. I'm so glad I talked him into helping me tonight. There was a little bit of bribery involved. I did promise that he could have one.
I am susceptible
All right.
to bribery. I'm honest about that. What do you think?
One more minute.
One more minute? Okay. Yeah. Don't drop them.
Did you just almost drop those cookies?
No, I did not almost drop those cookies. No.
Mama mia. If you drop those cookies, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah. Nothing to see here. Move along.
The things that happen.
All right.
Right, Granny? She's got it right.
What did Granny say?
She's all for quality control in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
So, yes. I'm going to put that up. Let me see. Yay! I'm going to put that up there. Do you not know you could do that?
Oh, no? Huh.
Really? Okay. So I'm just going to go through here a second. All you do, I'm using StreamYard. You can't do this on YouTube. So all you do is you go in on this side of the StreamYard, pick out the comment that you want to show, and then just click it.
Pop. Cool.
So it shows up right down here.
Oh.
It says, I don't like coconut, but I use refined coconut oil and usually small amounts of coconut flour. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
And so all you do is,
Cool.
and then the comments show up.
Oh.
I think you've done that.
It looked kind of familiar when you did it, but oh, here we go. All right. Golden brown around the edges.
There you go. That's a good idea, Granny. Yes.
Yes.
Just set the cookie tray there. And then ramp up that oven. So we can do
Hot
those
mats get
things.
hot.
Yes, honey.
Yay. 425?
Yes, honey.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to finish eating this half the cookie.
Aw.
It's good.
It is good. Yes, you did well.
Oh. And this recipe, it's really nice because you can kind of tweak it. If you like orange, just go ahead and zest an orange and throw that orange zest in there. Same thing with lemon, and you can, on those, if you add that kind of flavoring, don't use artificial flavoring because you get what you put in, you get out. So if you put in artificial flavoring, then your cookie is going to taste like artificial flavoring and it doesn't taste as good. But if you don't have an orange that you can zest or a lemon that you can zest and you want that flavor and all you've got, then you got to use what you've got. But do an orange or do a lemon and just zest it real well. And the zest is the peeling on the outside, not the white pith. And if you use a recipe that calls for any kind of liquid, you can sub that liquid for the juice of the orange or the lemon, whatever you choose to use. I've talked to people who've done grapefruit, and I can't imagine grapefruit. You don't have to stand there and stare at it. It'll warm up by itself.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't beep anymore, so I'm kind of keeping.
Is this like a watch pot kind of thing?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, Hockenberry Holler is here. Hey! How are you? I hope she's doing well. And let's see. Women's Station Channel says, nice, Granny. I just did a short of artisan bread. There you go. There you go. What kind did you make? Was it like an artisan sourdough or an artisan French? What kind? So Estellar's like, hey, and Busy saying hi, and Val saying hi. And Hockenberry says at Women's Station Channel, your artisan bread is next on my watch list. Whoops. That'll be good. I love baking. I do not love baking last minute wedding cakes though. Just saying.
Okay. How long do the scones cook?
The scones cook, hold on, I forgot. The scones cook whatever the Bisquick box says. So it is 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. So set the timer for 10. You always want to go on the low side when it gives you a cooking range. And that's because obviously you can add time, but you can't take it away. So these are what I like. All-purpose flour. Yay. Oh, Busy has never had scones. It's kind of a, it's, how would you say? If you've ever had like a berry biscuit, they're a lot like that.
Flavored biscuit, yeah, very similar.
So if you've done like blueberry biscuits, blackberry, it's really similar. It's about the same. Yeah. Except, well, I say it's about the same. It's not quite the same. I think that scones are better, but it's part of it depends on your ingredients too. And you always want to use fresh ingredients. And if a recipe calls for butter, don't use margarine because margarine does not have the flavor. It's got a higher liquid content. And so that can throw off your ratio and your cookies can be just absolutely terrible. So yeah, just don't do that. If a recipe calls for vanilla, use real vanilla. Even if you have to use kind of back off on it and not use quite as much, it's worth it to go ahead and buy that extra vanilla. And I'll tell you the best vanilla I ever had that I baked with was this wine size jar of vanilla that a friend of mine brought back from Mexico. And that stuff had a fabulous vanilla flavor. It was really strong, so I did have to back off on that. But I had that thing for years, and it was just great. So anyway, let me go back in here. Valerie loves scones, but really shouldn't eat them. Yeah. These are all gifts. So we'll be taste testing, but we won't be eating them.
Many of them.
No, I didn't, Hockenberry. I should have, Leah.
Okay.
Neighbors.
Yeah. Say more about that.
Well, when we lived in North Carolina,
okay,
the high school that Stellar Piper went to,
yeah,
that's where they lived.
Oh, really?
Not in the high school, obviously.
Well, yeah, but in like in the neighborhood kind of thing. Well, that's how cool is that?
In that same city.
Well, that's very cool.
So
yeah. Well, if
we'd
only known then,
right?
Yeah.
Her husband has a similar job to yours too.
Okay. All right,
so,
colleagues.
Yeah, lots in common there.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. We actually, I didn't know if you wanted us to say the name of the city or not. But she's in Oxford.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people there in Oxford. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to come back here though.
Yeah.
You have these things over there called hurricanes, and we went. It was like, okay, that was it. We're done. Yeah, a different seminary, but
that's okay.
God calls whom He calls and puts you where He wants you, and there you go. But I really want to sit down and talk to you sometime because I bet we have people in common that we know, or at least did know, since we've been gone for a long time. But
we've been gone nearly 20 years. Oh my goodness, that makes me feel old.
But we still have friends there.
Oh yeah,
and whatnot. So Heck, I almost, whoa, let me knock the computer off. But we also, oh no, you do. Oh
what?
yeah, we do here. We do here.
Oh wow.
We have snow.
Wait, what? Us? We?
Not at this moment, but we get a lot more snow than she does.
Although
I will say, we were living in Oxford at the time that they had that major ice storm that shut down like 500,000 people.
03, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Winter of 03.
I don't remember.
It wasn't right before I graduated, so yeah, probably winter of 03, maybe winter of 02.
When was your grandmother living with us?
02 or 03, something like that.
Anyway, whatever year it was that like the big wigs down in Raleigh lost power, and that's when they got frustrated because they don't care about everybody else.
That's true.
But,
yeah.
We lived out. We weren't even in like Oxford. We were up toward Bullock. And we had church members, they were without power for like 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks. It just depended on, where you were. But the National Guard was great. I will say that. Huge, huge praises to them because they came up, they brought MREs, and our church members, got fed that wouldn't have otherwise. So, yeah, it was a horrible ice storm.
It was.
It was. And Valerie says, both of you can meet at my house. You both know where I live. Yay, we can do that.
Oh, they're near Stovall. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we know people in common.
We do. I'm certain. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I didn't realize you were near Stovall. We were in Bullock. And at the time that we were there, I was really good friends with the Baptist pastor's wife down at obviously at the Baptist church. So yeah. It's the smallest world.
It is, and
when you get on YouTube, it's like so cool. So yeah, I almost called you though. We were actually over there in the Oxford area going to a wedding, but we were so slammed for time, I couldn't.
Oh, Granny's got a rush phone call.
Phone call.
Bye, Granny.
Bye.
Be careful. Have a good one.
So yeah, but we were so pressed for time that when I looked at the timetable that we were on, it was like not going to work. So, but I almost did. And fun fact, I really kind of actually need to go there and do some genealogy work. Talk to the Historic Society. So that's going to be interesting. So anyhow, I will. We had to be at the wedding at, I want to say it was 5. So we left here, went flying down there, and then we had to be at his dad, who lives outside of Raleigh. We had to be there at 9. And then we had to turn around and come back home. So absolutely no time because we did church the next day. So yeah, Stellar Piper says we will for sure. I love how she's saying we. like I had to go to Kentucky to get her for the wedding in eastern North Carolina. And it's like, I don't know how we are going to do this, but Stellar, if you want it to happen, we'll work on it.
We'll work it out.
Absolutely. So, and I was going to go by, I wanted to see if they still had the Italian restaurant downtown because I would like to eat.
Oh, wow.
Was it Milano's? Stellar, what was that? Was that Milano's?
Milano,
that doesn't sound right.
Did it start with an S?
I don't know.
Stellar played flute there. What?
Yeah.
Maybe she remembers.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
Yeah, we'll find out. But they were authentic, and they had really good food.
That was very.
Yeah, good. It was Milano's. Is it still there?
It ends with an S. It starts with an S.
Is it still there? Maybe we can meet there.
It was
because it was good. They had really good food. I hope they still do. Sometimes restaurants change, but it was good at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet you at the Silo.
The Silo.
Wrong city though. That's in Henderson.
But they had the best Sunday brunch.
That
was the place to go. I miss. There's no place up here that has a good Sunday brunch.
That's true.
So
there's no place in Northeast Tennessee that has anything good. But Abingdon's got some nice restaurants.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, the Peppermill.
Oh, Peppermill
Love
is
that
amazing.
restaurant in Abingdon.
Peppermill is amazing. Got a good little Greek restaurant, don't they, Valerie?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I like the Greek.
Yep.
So yeah. Stellar says, but from here it's close enough.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, she actually went to the high school there at Oxford and liked it better than the one here. So what can we say? How much time is left?
33 seconds.
You want to check them?
I'll check them. I'll check them. Oh, crap. Alrighty, they are way done.
Oh no. I said set the minimum. Okay, yeah. We should have gone way down on the time.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, if you can see them.
Yeah, they're getting kind of hot, so I'll let you have that. You got it?
Yes, I got it. So I don't know about these. We'll see. I'll take it out. Yeah, they really need to come off, sit on the tray for a minute. But
Okay.
hang on just a second.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take it. No, I'll do it.
Okay.
You'll get better. Top.
Talk. Okay. Yeah, I sometimes I wonder if our oven is running quite right. I put the oven thermometer in, so we'll see. We'll give it a check. Let's see. Huckleberry Holler's son graduated from JF Webb in '99. Cool.
That was a little bit for us.
Yeah, just about a little bit. Let's see. Busy lady's asking what are in the scones? The scone. I don't remember.
Scones are white chocolate cranberry.
White chocolate cranberry.
And normally I wouldn't pull them off the baking sheet this soon, but they got a lot more brown than I would like. I'm shocked.
Well, Huckleberry Holler is saying slap some Nutella on those puppies and they'll be good. Yes, they would. Yeah, I'm like, my head is like right in the way. So let me move
If I
or
had
something.
Nutella. Hey, Stellar, dash right over here. I know you've got some.
Cool. You need another cooling rack?
Nope, I'm going to squish them all on here.
Okay.
So we may have to make some more of these. He's got a church member that really likes them. So, all right. So we'll see if they're salvageable. Women's Station Channel says hers cooks a lot over. Yeah, it's really oven thermometers are your friend, but we broke mine. Okay, I broke it. So got a confession time there. All right, now that I've confessed, even though this is still warm, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I should have showed you. This has got a similar texture to a biscuit, but not quite. It's got kind of an in-between biscuit and cake texture.
They're not overdone. They're fine. I'll just be over here. Enjoy them.
It is really good. I kind of disagree with you on the overdoneness. The outside is not supposed to be crunchy.
But it's not hard.
It's not hard.
I'll eat it. I mean,
You'll eat anything.
okay, that may not be the best measure, but yes, but I think we're good.
The flavor is good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll get those away. You may toss those.
What? No, we're not going to toss those.
And
Wait.
normally I would, at this point, be melting some of the white chocolate and just kind of drizzling it over. But not this time. But I mean, it's not bad. The flavor is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's a little bit more done on the outside than what I like. So, and there again, the minimum.
Yeah. we put it at 10, and it was that was too much. So I don't know.
So we learn.
Yep.
Again. So the flavor's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the basic biscuit recipe with the addition of what? Don't toss those.
Thanks. Allie's going to take one for the team. Thanks, Al.
Really? I don't know that you want to do that. But we'll see.
We'll save you some. Or make more.
Probably make more.
Making more is always a good choice.
What did I make when you and your husband were down once? Was it the white chocolate peppermint, or was it, what was that?
It may have been. Yeah, I'm not a huge peppermint fan, so I think that was what it was. Those are good though. They're sweet. I'm not sure they need the glaze. They're sufficiently sweet.
Well, I don't glaze them with sugar. I glaze them with chocolate.
Oh,
the white chocolate.
Well, in that case,
I do the glazing with the ricotta cookies.
Okay, all right,
but not with these.
Slap a light glaze on them and call it a day. You really can't go wrong.
Might do that some for the butter cookies. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, ricotta cookies are easy because they're fast, because on that you make a bowl of glaze and you just dip the cookie, put it down, dip and down. And then just as fast as you're dipping, you've got one hand dipping and one hand doing sprinkles, or you've got two hands dipping and then a helper doing sprinkles.
That worked out well too.
I was wishing for your wonton recipe the other day. You could have called. Oh my gosh.
I want wontons now. Thanks, Al. I want wontons.
It's easy. I had to come up with a wonton recipe because I'm allergic to onions. And so, yeah, we're talking about the baked wontons. So I don't remember what cookies you made for us. Okay. Probably either butterscotch, or if I did scones, it's probably either a cranberry or sometimes a cranberry orange, or the white chocolate pepper, but it doesn't matter, Figure out what kind you want if you want me to bring something, and I will, but I don't know that I'm bringing these.
They may not be here by then.
No, I may throw them out by then.
No, you're not going to throw them out.
So anyway, like I said, the flavor is good, and it's just a biscuit recipe. But I add sugar, I add vanilla, the white chocolate, and the cranberry. So it's exactly like what's off the box with just a couple of additions. So yeah. So all right.
Okay.
Well, that's what we've got tonight, and I have got a bunch of other cookies that we've done, but I've got them all boxed up. So planning ahead, last year, right after Christmas, I hit the after Christmas sale and bought a stack of boxes for like 15 cents each.
Mm-hmm.
So we've gotten them stuffed and continuing to stuff for like church members and stuff. Man. So there's going to be a lot more cookies being made.
Yep.
So
and eaten
by other people. So, all right. So thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. And Miss Hockenberry Holler, we got to figure this out because we need to get together somehow.
Mm-hmm. That'd be fun.
We could even, like, if you guys ever leave town for like a getaway or whatever, we could, I could drive over to Valerie's, or we could meet in the middle, like Statesville or somewhere, or Greensboro, or just, we'll figure it out. Two smart gals like us, we got it. So yes, definitely. We'll prioritize that. Let's wait till after snow season, and we'll get past that, because we're here in the mountains, and so we get too much snow. We have already had snow a few times this year, and I am not a huge snow person. So
She
anyway,
gets grumpy.
I do. I get grumpy. I like knowing that the electricity is going to stay on. I'm kind of weird like that. Even though we're set up with the van camper, I still like knowing that the electricity is on in the house and the pipes aren't going to burst. And we didn't have that assurance in several of the places that we live. So what can I say? All right. So I am done. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't seen my last couple of videos and you have time, check those out. One of them was when we were almost denied access by a volunteer at the Bosque del Apache, which is a national wildlife refuge. So like you would think that they would know. But anyway, I thought she legitimately might not understand. Then we ran into a weather phenomenon that looked just like a tornado at first glance. So you can check that out if you want to. And then my last video of that series is coming up next week. And I'm going to put some baby footage in it, of footage that I took when I was out there. And she is doing better. So she's going to have a really good Christmas.
She is the world's cutest baby. It's official.
Said by Grandpa, right? So, yeah, we're just all set to have a good Christmas. And I hope you all too. So y'all take care. And we will see you Saturday at 7. I got to find my end broadcast button. Okay. So we'll see you Saturday at 7. That's Eastern right here. So y'all take care. Good night.
Bye.